Welcome, everyone. It's Thursday night, and that means that I don't know why I'm using this voice, but that means that we're going to be having some short-form improv comedy for you, because we're Chaotic Good Improv, and this is Comedy One-Shots, our short-form improvised comedy show that we do every week, sometimes twice a week. Depends on how we feel and how many people we can get on a Saturday night. So thank you guys for joining us here. I'm super excited because we have 4 actors in tonight's show, which means we're going to be able to do a lot of games we don't normally get to do without 4 people. So let me introduce those 4 people to you right now as I drool while I'm speaking. So we've got Patrick joining us here tonight. Yeah. We've got Ty.
Hi.
We've got Katie.
We got Katie.
And my name is Chris.
Your name is Chris.
Woohoo. Yeah, I know. I finally learned it. So if you've never seen our show or you don't know what improvisation is, what I'm going to say right now, I'm just talking stream of consciousness. But we do have some short form games. We have a list of them that we're going to be doing. And because it's all going to be improvised, we're going to be needing a lot of suggestions from you guys at home, watching us on whether it's on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube Live. So whenever one of us introduces a game, we'll simply throw out a question to you guys out there in the audience. Feel free to type in an answer to that question in the chat. It could be something simple. It could be like your favorite candy bar, or it could be something very complex, like what is your deepest, darkest secrets, or your ATM PIN number. When we ask those things, feel free to type it in. You don't have to be honest, because it doesn't matter. We're going to make some stuff up, and then we'll improvise the scene based on your suggestion. And since we're making everything up, that means the show will never exist again, and it has never existed before. This is a very existential thing you're about to witness. This is the only time it'll ever exist in the history of the world and of the universe, probably. Maybe not the multiverse. I'm sure there is a version of us doing this right now as the same thing I'm doing. But I have hair, so that's good. I'm going to turn this over real quick to Chad, our tech manager guru guy, before we get rolling on our game for any last minute announcements we have. Chad, any announcements?
I have hair. All right, anyway,
Okay.
hello.
All right, that's it.
I just wanted to add to, what we had just started there. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. We are so happy to have you watching comedy from the comfort of your own home as we give you comedy from the comfort of our own homes, too. It's kind of like a cyclical thing, really. It's a feedback loop, as it were, only it gets funnier instead of louder. Speaking of funny, if you would like to make us even funnier, please let folks know that we are doing all of this for free on the internets. All of the internets, as Chris just mentioned. We'll have the Facebook internets, the YouTube internets, and the Twitch internets. I don't know how internets work. I'm just a tech guy. But, so let folks know that we're out there. Please share our social medias and the stream. Share and share alike, because we love to make as many people laugh as possible. And the more people that laugh, the funnier we feel. That's great. A lot of other folks who also support us, by sharing the word, also share a little bit of their funds, which we really do appreciate. Seriously, not a day goes by that we don't. And if you'd like to count yourself among the ranks of people who financially support local comedy, please go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now, and do like Eagle Panini just did in the chat, and cheer us on with bits, or you can subscribe to us. And a little fun fact, if you have Amazon Prime, you can also subscribe to us with a Twitch Prime subscription, which costs you no extra money. Yes, this is CGI, Chaotic Good Improv, as Ty is pointing out. It's really cool. Don't forget to go to chaoticgoodimprov.com as well, which is our website, really awesome website, where you can get updates on what all we're doing. We do a lot of stuff. We have a little bit of a live thing happening this Saturday, actually here locally in Birmingham, over at the McWayne Center. Isn't it awesome? We have details on the website, also on all of our social medias as well. Also, let's see. Oh, Ron B. Hammond, Jenna Fidgets, thank you so much for your cut. One other thing, let's see, if you would like to get some merch, a little bit of something in return for your financial support, we do have Chaotic Good merchandise. Also at chaoticgoodimprov.com, check out our store. We have mugs, we have baby onesies, we have masks, and they are very stylish, and I gotta say, they actually do have a really nice fit and a very good material. It keeps me pimple-free, as you can see. Don't look too close. But yeah, check it out, chaoticgoodimprov.com, check out our store. We have all kind of merchandise where you can show off your CGI fandom to the world and look darn good while doing it. Another thing that we have is, as Chris said, we don't really we don't script our shows because it's improv. Like for example, that little I did completely unscripted. You probably couldn't even tell because I made it look so natural. It's unscripted, but because it's unscripted, we also do not title our shows ourselves. We don't have an idea of what we're going to do. We just have an idea of the games we're going to play. So that's where you come in as the audience. One suggestion that will last throughout the show is if you would like to suggest a title for the episode of this show, we will title this show with your suggestion in our YouTube archives forever and ever, or for a brief limited time on Twitch. There's a little bit of a backlog, believe me, I'm getting to that, but we do try to title each of our episodes based on audience suggestions. If you hear our actors say something uproariously funny, and you will, or if you hear a common theme happening through the episode that you think that would be a really good suggestion for an episode title, please put it in the chat in quotes. I will be chaotic good improv in the chat. I will look at it, put it in the big old list, and we will deliberate at the end of the show which one we like best. The winner gets to be our best friend for the evening, or at least the 5 minutes
evening.
or so. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just the evening.
it.
You know,
friends.
If we increase our budget, we actually might do a weekend, but we'll see. Patrick Lynn 5, Katie Joe, and Ron Beeham, thank you so much for your big cheers as well. Exactly. You see, that helps with the budget right there. All right. So, yeah. Oh, me too. Actually, yeah. You can buy my friendship. You cannot buy my love. Well,
actually,
maybe.
my love's cheap, but it's friendship.
All right, Thornton Tex, thank you so much for your cheering as well. Guys, we are, you know what, I think that may have actually started, yes, it started a hype train. That's why we're seeing so much hype train.
Thank you hype trains running?
Yep, we got hype trains running. By the way, be on the lookout. I'm going to be working on some more emojis, hopefully, here coming up soon. So keep on the lookout for that. You'll see those rewards pop in. All right, guys, that is as much business as I got. So
that's a lot of business.
Yeah, that is a lot. I've given you a lot of business tonight. Let me get some funny business going. Chris, why don't you go ahead and get to the funny here for us?
I will. I don't know if I can follow that funny business pun though. That wasn't okay. All right,
I do comedy.
We're going to start this show the way we like to start most of our shows. This is the game of change. This will be for Patrick and Katie. I'm going to change my background here to kind of get back in the scene a little bit. What I'm going to need as a suggestion for this game of change would be, I would like a relationship for these two people. How do they know each other? Don't make them like lovers or boyfriend, girlfriend or something like that, but how do they meet or how do they know each other? Where do they know each other from? Just go ahead and feel free to type in a relationship that they might be able to use as a suggestion for this game of change. What's going to happen during this game is Patrick and Katie will be improvising a scene based on the suggestion that's given to them, but I'll be over here on my microphone, which I just realized I was giving the intro as if I was live. I've got this microphone the whole time, but I will use it during this game. Anytime I want, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different, and then have to justify why the new thing they've said is part of the scene. So Chad's giggling, so I'm going to find out what Chad's giggling about. I think it has something to do with a suggestion. So what suggestion you got for us there, Chad?
Yeah, it does. By the way, I would like to also reiterate, everyone, we are also monitoring all chats across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you're watching on those, feel free to jump in.
I didn't know you iterated, let alone reiterated.
Yes.
But we'll go ahead. What's the suggestion for Patrick and Katie?
Former barbershop quartet members.
Oh, so obviously half of them, but good. I like it either way. Former barbershop quartet members is the suggestion. Doesn't mean you have to be that. That's your suggestion. You use it as you see fit. This is your game of change with Patrick and Katie in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Bob, it's great to be here with you.
Yeah, I would say it's good to see you again, but well, honestly, it brings back a lot of bad memories. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that we made you be the tenor all the time. It's just, that's what we needed. So,
I think there are a lot of ways that we could have solved that issue. I don't know why you made me smoke so many cigarettes.
Change.
I don't know why you made me drink so much whiskey.
Change.
I don't know why you punched me in the throat repeatedly until my voice dropped.
well, honestly, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it was pretty fun. So I'm gonna stand by that decision.
It was fun. You were causing me pain. It still hurts sometimes. I have to eat a Hall's lozenge every day to soothe my throat.
Change.
I have to eat an entire thing. Just pour Vicks Vapor Rub down my throat so it feels good.
Change.
I have to smoke menthol cigarettes to ease the pain now.
Well, Bob, I really am sorry about that, but I think we got to get to the matter at hand here. And that is that the reunion is coming up,
Change.
That is that the funeral for our quartet mates is soon.
Yeah, it was really weird that a serial killer came along and killed.
Change.
It was really weird that car crash just hit both of them. It was so weird that they were building a treehouse when they don't know anything about making tree houses.
I know. You know what? They didn't know much about singing either, but they just went right on bebopping through life, or doo-wopping, I should say.
Well, they did wop and they did do it well, and that's what we want to remember about them, And I listen. This is gonna bring up a lot of bad memories here, but I'd like to sing at their funeral if that's okay.
Change.
I would like to recite slam poetry at their funeral if that's okay.
I was hoping that you would ask, honestly, because I think
I have a lot of feelings on my heart and a lot of anger built up. So I feel like a poetry slam would really just send those suckers to hell like they deserve.
Oh, Bob, that's such a wonderful thought that you have. I'm just so moved by it, honestly. Their widows thought it was pretty weird when I insisted that we plan the funeral. I don't know if they're gonna go for the poetry slam thing.
Listen, they took everything from me, just like you. They gave a lot to me. Okay, they mostly gave me throatal trauma that I've had to have reconstructive surgeries from the punches. Okay, but
that was
I also
mostly
have some
my
fond
idea.
memories as well.
And scene. Oh, that was good. Throatal trauma. That's got to be a potential title for the show.
Also, the name
I
of
kind
Patrick's new
of
band.
hope that's not the title.
That's the name of their barbershop quartet. Throatal trauma.
Total trauma.
All right, we're going to move on to this next game. Is for all of us. It's a game of Objection. What I'm going to need from the audience is a really simple two things that people can like almost compare and contrast. Like you can debate about, like Coke versus Pepsi, or Doritos versus Tostitos. I don't know. Doesn't matter what it is. Just two things that people might be able to argue or have a debate about. And we're going to use that during this next game. What's going to happen is Patrick and Ty are going to begin this sort of debate, or whatever you want to call it. Ty will be pro one of the choices. Patrick will be pro the other choice. And at any point in time, once they give their opening arguments, anyone, including Katie and I, can object and bring in our side of what we want to say. But we have to do it based on whatever the last concept or sentence was that someone brought up. So this could definitely get off track very, very quickly. And it's almost like a stream of consciousness debate. So it's going to be kind of fun. It'll be really fun, not kind of. Let's see. Do we have any simple things that we could debate about there, Chad?
Okay. Cheeto shape versus chip shape.
Shape or sheep? Because Cheeto sheep would be awesome.
Yeah. Either way, you get a dip. No.
Okay.
No. Chip shape or Cheeto shape.
So what's better, the shape of Cheetos or the shape of chips? That's going to be the chip shape. It's chip shape.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin. Ty will have the opening statement. Patrick will be pro whatever the other choice is that Ty doesn't choose. So this is Objection in 3, 2, and 1.
I honestly don't even know why we're having a discussion about this. Chip shapes are obviously the best shapes because you can dip them. It isn't, you dip a Cheeto, it just rolls right off the side. A chip can hold salsas, hummus, it can hold queso, it can hold all kinds of stuff. Chips are the best.
I'll be honest, Ty. That's the dumbest take I've ever heard. Okay, it shows a lack of imagination. You can't dip a finger-shaped thing into a thing of dip. All right. First off, let's talk about the shape of a chip. That's a razor edge around the entire thing. If you want to cause throatal trauma, okay, you are endangering the lives of millions of Americans.
Objection.
By having that razor's edge.
Throatal Trauma was the greatest quartet of the 1960s. All right, so I hope that we can cause another Throatal Trauma, so we can have the great music that came out of that.
I'm gonna go and re-object to that one right there. The greatest quartet of the 60s. Are you forgetting the Beatles? Okay.
Objection. I haven't. I'm definitely afraid of insects, and I do not want to have insects brought into this discussion. But if we are, I would prefer that they be arachnids or maybe caterpillars or millipillars, which is something I just made up. It's the name I like to.
Objection. I saw a Millepeter.
Objection! Objection! That is not body positivity. If you're making fun of Patrick's Millepeter, you need to be a little more conscious.
Objection! Okay, we're beating around the bush here about my lack or maybe not having a micro penis. Okay, it's more akin to the top bump on a Lego. Okay, now let's be very honest.
Objection!
Here, okay?
Objection! Lego is a beloved children's brand, and there is no reason that we need to bring it into this conversation. And
Objection. Legos can be built into literally anything, and so I don't see why we couldn't bring Lego into any conversation. And I actually will say that Lego should be in every conversation from here on out for the whole entire history of mankind.
Objection. I don't know if you realize, Ty, the age limit for a Lego is 7 to 99. So if you're bringing into every conversation, and you as a father of a young child are talking about Legos, that is inappropriate conversation to have around a child. Shame on you.
Objection. There is Duplos are completely useful for someone of that age. They are larger. They have rounded edges. They don't cause you to die when you step on them in the middle of the night while you're going to pee with your Millepeter. So it is something that we can all agree on can be used for his young child. And
Objection.
I will,
Objection. I think we're going back to this idea of larger with rounded corners. I think, though, we're getting away from the fact that what is really necessary is smaller with sharper corners that can hold dips, which is why Chip is the best shape for snacks.
I'll concede. Yeah.
Concede. That was fun. Katie's hyperventilating.
If Millepeter.
If Millepeter is not the name of our show, I don't want to hear it.
I can't believe I said that.
Are you in third grade? What?
Yes.
That's good stuff. That was fun.
I have nothing to add to that except the next game, which will be Switch. Those of you who've been watching this for a while know that Switch is one of my favorite games because I get to be in control, more so than usual, really, because we're going to need a lot of suggestions for our actors. Any old suggestions at all you can think of. Let's see. I would like a suggestion of your favorite kind of animal. I would like a suggestion of what is a dish that you would order at a restaurant that you'd never make at home. I would like a suggestion of a weird place to get lost, or anything at all that you can think of. Go ahead and just put it in the chat, and we will assign it to our pairs of actors. Now, speaking of rounded corners, we're going to have a round square here. Chris and Patrick will be a pair of actors. Patrick and Katie will be a pair of actors. Katie and Ty will be a pair of actors. And Ty and Chris will be a pair of actors. You see how I went clockwise? That's pretty cool, isn't it? That scene, and they'll pick it up and just start acting on cue. It's really cool. It's like I have a giant remote, only it's invisible and you can't see it, which also makes it not giant. But it's a thing that I can use to control. So it's pretty cool. I like being in control. It's a thing. All right, let's see here. We have a suggestion for Chris and Patrick for sloth. Sloth. For Patrick and Katie, we have a suggestion for double shrimp roll. Double shrimp roll. Cool. Let's see here. For Katie and Ty, we have a suggestion for Chipmunk. Katie and Ty has Chipmunk. And for Ty and Chris, we have a suggestion for Disneyland. All right, a Disneyland. Not Universal Studios, or it could be Disneyland. Anyway, so that's what we got here. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll get sued by either one. It's cool. All right, so let's go around our square one more time. We will ask Chris and Patrick, what's your suggestion?
Sloth.
Patrick and Katie.
Double shrimp roll.
Katie, Ty.
Chipmunk.
Ty and Chris.
Disneyland.
All right, cool. I want to hear about sloth. That sounds like sounds energetic. So we'll go with Chris and Patrick with our first scene, sloth. This is the game of Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Father Patrick, I've got a problem.
Speak to me. What's going on now?
Well, I've been looking through the holy text that you gave me, and I'm having a hard decision choosing which one of the deadly sins I really want to be a part of. You know, it's a very big decision here. I want to join the club. You know, I'm just not sure which one I might fit in best with.
Father Marcus, tell me, please. You're reading these books and you're trying to take part in sin.
Oh, yeah. You know, they say that humans are original sin, and I want to be original, you know. I don't want to be a copycat of someone else. I want to choose the deadliest sin that fits me, you know. And I'm coming to you, my friend, to get your opinion. Which one do you think? I don't find myself very wrathful, you know, and I'm not quite slutty, so I don't think the lust is really going to fit me very well, you know.
I'll be honest, Father Marcus. I'm a little confused. You know, if you're struggling with issues of sin, then I will bless you. But my son, you're trying to indulge yourself in sin. I would steer you towards the lesser of the deadly sins if I can steer you there.
Oh, Father Patrick, it's not that I'm steering myself to want to do a lot of these sins. I'm really trying to focus all of my sins into sort of one area, you know. I'm going to sin anyway, but if I can focus them into one particular area, I can get really good at that particular sin, but I'll also kind of know what to expect, you know.
Double shrimp roll.
Dude, it's not one, but 2 shrimp on a roll.
Dude, I know. Okay, it's crazy. Like, I didn't think that I could open my mouth and fit all the food in, but I figured it out, man. Like, if I go to a sushi restaurant and I pick up 2 slices,
whoa,
and I go for it, like, I fill up twice as fast. I can eat twice as much food.
This is why you're in charge, man. It's because you come up with good ideas like this.
I know. Okay, now listen. Okay, we got to talk about the finances of how we're splitting up the bill. Okay, because I said go ahead and split it down the half, 50-50. But you had a problem with that.
Yeah. Well, it was just because, you know, we were eating and then you were eating 2. You just ate twice as much food, man. You can't eat 2 at one time and call that just one roll. You were eating 2 at a time.
But it's the number of things that you eat, right? Like, I know I'm getting like 2 and 4 meals at a time when you're only getting 1 or 2, but like, if I'm eating it like it's 1, I should have to pay for it like it's 1. You know, like you should pick up your checkbook and just like help us out. You know,
Chipmunk.
Oh yeah.
All right, so look, I'm really glad that you used the Groupon. All right, so that it helps us. It helps us because the more people that buy the Groupon, more people know about the Groupon, which then makes them buy more Groupons. And right now, I'm gonna be honest, our business has not been doing well. So I wanted to first and foremost say I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. I'll just go ahead and tell you my name is Karen. I'm so glad to be here today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yeah. I'm glad you introduced yourself. I knew who you were. You're the only appointment of the day. All right. I mean, to be honest, you're the only appointment I've had this month. So this is a novel idea. Not a whole lot of people are in on this, and you're getting on the ground floor. I just want you to know you could become the next best chipmunk hunter.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm the best at everything that I do. So
well,
I
obviously
expect,
that's why you chose to come here.
yeah, I was told, I read the reviews and I thought this was going to be a great next thing to be the best at,
Right. Well, because of course there's not a lot of them out there. All right. So here at the Chipmunk Reserve, we have Chipmunk Hunting season. It's just started this month, and so we're all go on the chipmunk killing because we got to keep the population low because they're an invasive species.
Oh, that is fascinating.
Disneyland.
Stopped, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the magic of the place. It's too much magic here.
What I heard. Time stands still.
It does. It does, especially when you're on Space Mountain.
I mean, I was kind of hoping it was the magic. I didn't think it had to do with me whacking my arm against the teapots, but due to centripetal force. I'm pretty sure it's the magic of Space Mountain.
It's gonna be honest with you. It's not just your watch. It's all of time. As long as we stay here in Disney World, we don't age, we don't change, we don't do any. We can live forever as long as we stay here. The moment we leave the gates, we age.
You don't work here, do you?
Do I work here?
You sound like you're kind of selling it pretty hardcore that you don't want me to leave.
I'm not, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't work here, but I do stay here, and I do push some buttons from time to time. Do I get paid? No, but I will say I get paid in experience and immortality.
Sloth.
Oh, my goodness. Father Martin?
Yes, it's me, Father Patrick.
Wait, are you a bishop now, or are you Bishop Marcus?
I sure am. I'm Bishop Marcus, there, Patrick. I basically laid in bed for 14 weeks, and they thought I was dead. But when I woke up, they thought I did a miracle, and so they gave me a promotion, a holy promotion. The sloth worked out for me.
Oh my gosh. It worked. You didn't get defrocked. You didn't get. They promoted you.
They gave me a promotion. It's got a good pay raise. I've got a better view. My little cell here. I'm not sure if bishops have cells. I know monks do, but I'm getting used to the digs as well. I'm kind of lazy now, so I haven't even walked up the stairs to see where I'll be staying. I kind of just like my old bed,
I've been working and tending to the sheep of my congregation and ministering and feeding the poor and washing feet.
Hold on a second there, Brother Patrick or Father Patrick. I'm not sure what to call you now that you're way below me.
Father, yes, it's Father.
But it seems like you might be choosing your own original sin there. Sounds like you're becoming pretty envious there. You're trying to come up with your own promotion.
No. Of course not. I would.
Well, now it sounds like you're lying.
Chipmunk.
I went out there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I got 53 chipmunks.
I saw that too.
So I'm the best, right? I got to be the best.
Well, I'm just saying, there's a high score over here. It's TRL. Don't know what it stands for. It was here when I bought the place. Still have yet to beat that high score of 182 chipmunks. It was crazy. You can see all their little heads are all on the wall. We stuffed them all, but they don't take up much space, so we don't need that big of a wall. We kind of just put them on there.
I see that.
Yeah, it's like a chipmunk wall now. You can just pet the whole wall.
That is, you know what? That is an unexpected charm of this preserve for the chipmunks.
That's the kind of review I need. If you could just put that on the internet for me, that would be awesome. We'd get a lot more people to the Chipmunk Reserve to go hunting. This is a very sophisticated hunting lodge.
I can see it now, and I'm just disappointed that I haven't beaten TRL yet.
Whoever that mythical person is.
Whoever that is.
Double trip roll.
Dude, what I'm saying is, okay, we split the bill down the middle, okay, but then you leave the tip. How is it so hard to understand, bro?
Okay, yeah. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's that you want me to pick up most of the bill. It's fine. You know.
I mean, yeah, like I had this great idea where I find a way, like a little loophole where I can eat more for the same amount of time, you know, and like you want to reward innovation, but you don't want to pay for it, man. Like, what the hell?
Disneyland.
So are you in or are you out?
Sounds like you're trying to get me to join in on some sort of like Peter Pan Never Land pyramid scheme or something. You don't get paid, but you get paid. I'm not sure. What are my obligations going to have to be?
Well, honestly, the only obligations you have is to stay here. So I've been here for 43 years already.
So basically just be like a sloth and just sort of stay here and do nothing.
Well, I mean, yes, to a certain extent, but again, like I said, you got to push the buttons every once in a while, you know. You learn the ins and outs of the machines, and when the machine breaks down, you can just boop, start it right back up. Just restart it.
So you don't even fix it. You just start it right back up
You
again.
just
That
unplug
explains
it,
a
plug
lot,
it back
actually.
in. Yeah, you just unplug it, plug it back in. It starts right up. It's
I think-
perfect.
You know what? I do like this place. It is a magical place, and I don't want to get old. And I could go on the Small World ride 100 times in a row, no problem. So
Honestly,
I'll take you up on the offer.
Since you mentioned that, I do want to let you know the risks that are involved.
Okay.
If you decide to do this, you are committing. And if you decide to stay here forever, you must stay here forever. Those who leave, they get turned solid into animatronics. And we just pop them into this It's a Small World ride. So all of those people joined me and then left.
Huh. That's a good decision, because if I was going to be a part of any ride, I definitely want to be part of the Small World ride.
Sloth.
Oh, am
Oh,
I dead?
Father Patrick, you got a hat trick. You took 3 of the original deadly sins and you made them into one, and you got the ultimate promotion.
Wait,
You got the holy hula hoop.
Scene.
Oh, my crazy.
That happened.
I don't know. Sloth made me think of deadly sins.
I was on the same vein.
Were you? Okay.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say I remember the movie Seven quite differently, but anyway. All right. So
It was a comedy.
yeah, exactly.
What's in the box? The snake. Yeah.
And the sloth scene, it was great. All right, let's move on to Abridged. Well, now that you got that in your head, this is a new game, and I think let's see, did we ever establish who was doing what? I am so sorry on that. Oh, I got it backwards. Okay. Well, while I fix that, we're going to need a suggestion for just a story that you would like to see. Like, come up with a title for a story, and we will tell that story completely improvised. We do not have this pre-written beforehand. Ty will start out, and he will tell the story, and then we will retell the story with each actor, each time taking a little bit less time to tell the story until we basically, we're going to try to tell it in 60 seconds first, then we'll do 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and then 5 seconds. Just a little exercise in seeing how concisely we can tell a story. So while I go ahead and fix the little grid here I got there.
We just need the title of a story that's never existed.
Yeah,
right?
Story that has never existed. So let me go ahead and fix a couple things here. All right. Okay. And this is riveting, by the way. If you could see what was happening behind the scenes, it's great.
It's a green screen. There's nothing behind it.
Yeah, there is
My
no
back's
man
on
behind
a
the
wall.
curtain.
My back's
Actually,
against
I
the
have my
wall.
back to a green wall, so it's kind of doing what everyone else is doing, just kind of a little different.
All in all, it's just another green in the wall.
I don't accept that pun.
I don't either, honestly. But it's out there in the world, and if you have a better pun, please put it in the chat, and it may become the title of our show. Okay, so let's go ahead and
Probably
switch
not.
over.
We have Millepeter. I don't think anything's going to be
Millepeter, I forgot about that already.
I'm still trying to forget about Millepeter.
It was a small matter. Okay, so it will go Ty, Chris, Katie, and Patrick. That will be the order in which the story will be told. Ty will tell the entire story, then Chris will have to say it faster. Katie will say it even faster than that, and Patrick will sum it all up for us. So let me go ahead and pull out my stopwatch real quick, because we got to keep these guys honest. All right. Absolutely. It will be timed, and I will let you know what the timing is. Okay, the title of this story will be Of Mice and Strong Men.
Of Mice and Strong Men.
Yes, Of Mice and Strong Men.
Okay.
So Ty will start us out, and he will have 60 seconds to tell us a story of mice and strong men, beginning in 3, 2, and 1.
Once upon a time, little old lady Beatrice lived in an old home out in the country. Unfortunately, little old lady Beatrice had a mouse problem, so she called up the local exterminators. Hello, I have a mouse problem. The exterminators came right over. They were big, strong, burly men. When they entered the house, they saw all the mice running around. They thought, we can't just kill these mice. We need to outsmart them. So they devised a plan. They got together and was like, hey, I think that we should trick the mice into leaving the house forever. So what they did was they went out to the cows. They milked them real quick.
15 seconds.
They turned it into cheese very, very quick. Boop. And then they took the cheese away
10.
from the house. The mouse followed the cheese, and little old lady Beatrice never,
5 seconds.
ever had a problem with mice again.
And scene! With half a second to go. And folks, that's how it's done. We can improvise an entire story.
Right.
That was a lot.
For you, Chris.
But I think we can trim it down. I think Chris can actually make it a little bit more concise and yet still get the same amount of information across because he's a professional. Let's do this in 30 seconds, Chris. Of Mice and Strong Men. 3, 2, 1.
Once upon a time, there was a little old lady Beatrice, and she lived in an old house. And she had a mouse problem. And she was like, oh, man, I need to call the exterminators. Hello, exterminators? Come on, mice. And so the big spurted strongmen, we'll catch these mice for you, Beatrice.
10 seconds.
You just got to outsmart them. I got to squirt your cows a little bit. So they went out and squirted them a bunch of milk. And then they turned it into butter. And then all the mice followed them out, or cheese or butter or something. And then Lady Beatrice.
Die.
Did they make cheese or butter?
Yes.
They made cheese. They made cheese out of it. Everyone knows that mice love butter, though.
Yeah.
Mice do love butter.
I'm turning it. I'm like, wait a minute, that's butter. That doesn't make sense.
Churn the cheese. Yes, that's right. All right. So that was a lot of information that Katie will now have to tell in 15 seconds. Katie, all right. Take a deep breath. Let's get this done. 15 seconds of Mice and Strong Men. 3, 2, 1.
There was a little old lady named Beatrice who lived out in the woods, and she had a mouse problem, so she called up the exterminator.
5 seconds.
The exterminator came, and he said, oh, these mice, what we need to do is outsmart them. Let me go out to the barn. So he started milking the cows, turned it into buttery cheese, and then the mice left.
That's right.
That was like 30 seconds.
Oh, man. But you know what? I was having a fun time listening to it. All right, Patrick, with everything that you've heard and not heard, let's try to tell this story. Bring it home in 5 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Old lady Beatrice had a mouse problem. The exterminators. Hello, burly men. We can make butter. We can lure the mice away.
Time. That was well played, guys. Well played.
Let's turn into butter.
Yeah.
Get a good old mouse butter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, available in the Netherlands, I believe. Okay, let us move along. Actually, the next game involves these guys not being able to hear us. So
wait, let's just go to Old Job.
Old Job. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do that then. All right, so we'll move on to Old Job, New Job. This is for Chris and Ty, actually. And what we're going to need for this scene is a suggestion of any kind of occupation. And, we need several occupations, or really just 2 of them we'll pick. But go ahead and throw any occupations you can think of in the chat, and we will go ahead and use them. The less they have to do with each other, the better. What's going to happen is one of these two actors is between Chris and Ty is going to be performing a job. But the job that they're performing is coming on the heels of them having had a long career in another job, which will be seeping into the job they're currently doing. Basically, they had a job, they now have a new job, and some of the habits from the old job will be in the new job. Old job, new job is the name of this game. So let's take a look at the chat real quick and let's see what we have going on in there. Okay. Alright, so we have a suggestion for a zookeeper.
Okay.
And a KGB agent.
Okay, Ty's going to be the job person.
All right.
We decided that ahead of time, not after we heard what the jobs were.
Gotcha. These jobs, not
me. These are going to Ty.
Ty's a job person.
Personally, I do not have a Russian accent. I don't have one. I don't have one.
So wait, Ty is a zookeeper who used to be a KGB agent, or a KGB agent that used to be a zookeeper?
Your call. You know what? I think it would be fun to see a zookeeper who used to be a KGB.
Be a KGB.
Why not?
Okay.
All right. So this will be old job, new job, and we'll with Ty and Chris. Ty being a zookeeper who used to be a KGB agent in 3, 2, and 1.
Hello, welcome to the zoo.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I love animals.
Well, good. We knew that already about you.
I don't hide it. I've got them. I mean, I do. My shirt says I love animals. It's not a secret.
And in case anybody is wondering, I am German, of course. I was
wondering.
German.
I was wondering. You have a weird accent, so I was curious.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can change into another accent if you like.
Wow, you're like a chameleon.
Yes. Well, of course, I have to blend in with the animals. You know, I need to learn their secrets. I need to know what they like to eat.
That's why I'm so interested to come here, and I signed up for this internship. Is I also want to know animal secrets, including what they eat. I'm really interested in all of that sort of information.
Yes, and if you don't mind, I'll just switch to American if that
that's
makes
fine.
it more comfortable.
Yeah, I don't speak any of those other accents. So.
Oh, good. So that's good. So So look, I will say this is a dangerous job.
It looks dangerous. Those lions look dangerous.
All of them are dangerous. They all have secrets. They can blackmail you. They can ruin your career.
Wow.
They can send you to the cold part of the zoo. If you know what I mean. Penguins, as well as the deep freezer that we hold the penguin food in.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you hold the penguins in. That would be mean.
Well, it's only for the bad penguins.
Oh, wow. I've been kind of curious about that. I didn't see a lot of trainers. I wondered what happened when some of the animals get ornery. Like, what happens when the penguin flings his poop at you? You know, like, what do you do?
We take that penguin away. We need to figure out the leader of the penguins, because of course no penguin just does that on its own volition. So we have to find the penguin ringleader, and the only way to do that is through torture.
What?
Yes, we have to torture the penguins.
You do penguin infiltration via like penguin waterboarding? That sounds awful.
Penguin waterboarding, penguin electrocution.
You electrocute the penguins?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We electrocute the penguins.
I wonder what that smell was when I was walking in by the deep freeze part of the zoo.
Yeah, Boris went a little too hard on the penguins last night. Yeah. Boris is my assistant.
You need someone to assist you in this. I don't know if I like this zoo very much. I just really wanted to come in and you know, like maybe like pet an orangutan or feed those lorikeets, or maybe even go to the insect part and look at the millipeters. I wanted to see something, and you just make it sound so mean.
Please do not disrespect Peter the Great. All right.
And scene. Wow.
I just want everyone to understand it is a difficult skill to go from Russian immediately into German. I just want everyone to know that is difficult. Not everyone can pull it off.
Nope. It's kind of like when you're doing an Irish accent and then you slip right into Jamaican. It's really difficult to do that.
It is so difficult. So I just want everyone to appreciate the skill that you're seeing right now.
That was.
Oh, look at my wee Lucky Charms, man. Oh yeah.
Well,
I read.
It's easier to go from Jamaican to English because you can just say bacon Bacon. It's a bacon in Jamaican accent. It's beer can in an English accent. Bacon. Bacon.
All right, so for our next game, what we're gonna do?
Actually, guys, this is all unscripted. If we haven't made it clear, okay.
I think my favorite part of that explanation was how he said it multiple times at the beginning to make sure that it was. You know, it's like going from Jamaican to English. Like, bacon. Bacon?
You know, if you say that enough times, it doesn't even sound like a word because it's not.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon. Bacon.
Words.
What street do you leave on? Bacon.
All right, well, speaking of bacon, let's ham it up a bit with a game called Choose a Loser. This is one of our favorite games, and it also means we have to say goodbye to Ty for just a moment as he takes his ears off. So everybody say bye, Ty, for just a moment.
Mai Tai.
All right, so Ty's making a Mai Tai while we decide who is going to be what in Choose a Loser. This is one of our favorite games as a cast. Essentially, it's going to be like a certain game where dating occurs, and we're going to need contestants for that particular game. And for contestants, what I need are suggestions for famous people, real or fictional. Let's get some real people who are well-known. Let's get some fictional people who are well-known. Put those in the chat. But we're not going to stop there. Oh no. We're also going to need some quirks. Stuff like, stuff that would make someone rather unique. Maybe a weird physical quirk or like another kind of quirk. Something like Tourette's, but not Tourette's. We do get that quite a bit. Something unusual, something that makes someone stand out from the crowd. So let's see. Famous people, odd quirk. Maybe like a weird things somebody's going through, some kind of change that's happening to them. Go ahead and put it all in the chat. We will announce it to everyone.
Going through the change.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to put everyone through the change at this point. We're gonna have accents change. Why not?
We do like occupations.
Yeah, exactly. Occupations. Yeah, just a weird occupation, something like that. What we're saying is we need things that would make a really interesting character in a dating show. So go ahead and put those in the chat. I'll read them off, and even while I'm reading them off, if something just comes to your mind that inspires you, and you on Facebook, yes, I see you watching, put yours in the chat too as well.
I see you watching.
I see all. Put them in the chat. We'll go ahead and have our guys pick out whatever speaks to them the most. So, let's see. First of all, we have Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, Chris is claiming that.
Oh, I thought you were asking who wants that. I didn't know. Dude, I'm always guessing.
Okay.
I don't remember how this part works. I don't know how this part works. I'm usually the guesser.
Yeah, I'm just reading them off, man. But hey, if anything speaks to them, hey, yeah, go for it.
Sure, you can. I'll do that. I guess you can get it with a quirk or something.
Yeah.
Or just the doughboy. I don't care.
Sure. Pillsbury Doughboy on medication that causes dizziness.
So just the Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, cool. Cool.
Exactly.
Cool.
So yeah.
And I'll do the dizzy pills. Okay.
Yeah, Pillsbury Doughboy who's been baking some special brownies, I tell you that. All right, let's see. Someone who has overly furry eyebrows. Okay, we'll see if we can make that a trait. Don't be shy, guys. This is your time to shine. Go ahead and put some more into the chat. Yeah, so overly furry eyebrows, Pillsbury Doughboy, medication that causes dizziness.
We can pull, if there's any occupations that were from the previous game, we can pull those too.
Yeah, we have podiatrist, pie taster. Someone
Dude, don't mix those up.
Yeah.
Don't mix those jobs up. That's not good at all.
Why not?
Actually, that would have been a fun old job, new job.
Yeah, that would have actually come to think of it. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
And Eugene Levy, of all people.
Bushy eyebrows.
Yeah,
that would go hand in hand right there.
I don't know if I know enough about Eugene Levy to do that.
Pick a Christopher Guest movie, any Christopher Guest movie. Let me just put it that way.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Armed and Dangerous, John Candy.
Let's see.
American Pie.
Chameleons.
Oh, can I be a chameleon?
Yes, you may be a chameleon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it sounds fun, so.
A compulsive hair dryer, which, yeah. Dr. Evil.
Wait, a compulsive hair dyer?
Hair
Dryer.
Dyer. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Harry
Dyer.
Dyer. Yeah.
Okay, so you said Dr. Evil?
Dr.
Yeah.
Evil
All
compulsively
right, I'll
dyeing
do
his
Dr.
hair.
Evil, who's a compulsive hair dyer.
Okay.
I love
So I
it.
think we're good, right? We got them all.
Okay, so we have Chris. What's your character?
I'm the Pillsbury Doughboy who's taking dizzy pills.
Okay. Patrick, you are?
I'm Dr. Evil, who's a compulsive hair dyer.
And Katie, you are?
Chameleon.
Okay, can I add one thing to that? Because we had a
Sure.
really good suggestion just come in. A chameleon who's afraid of the color purple.
Okay.
The movie or the
Yeah,
actual
so,
color?
Yeah, the color, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oprah Winfrey, no! All right.
Okay, so with that in mind, we'll go ahead and call Ty back in using the universal symbol for put your headphones back in. Alrighty. Well, hello, contestant. Why don't you take us a moment and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thanks so much. My name's Veronica, and I love a lot of things. My favorite thing in the world, though, is animals. I save all animals, no matter what they are: insects, bugs, bigger animals. I don't kill any of them. So
You are
that's
so
my thing.
unique. Yes,
That's me.
absolutely.
That's all I do is not kill animals. Contestant number 1, I have a question for you to start off with. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, with me, of course, because we'd be going on a date, where would you want to go?
I think I would want to be in the oven with you.
Okay, well, that seems hot. little joke. Contestant number 2, I have a question for you. Like I said, I have a lot of hobbies. Main one, don't kill animals. What is some of your hobbies?
Right. I think you may have gotten the wrong person from my organization here. Number 2 is not here. I will answer in his stead, though. Things I like to do as hobbies. I'm a simple man. I like money. I like spending time with my mini-me. I like freaking. I like freaking, and I like things that are dying.
Cool. Well, we're all kind of dying, so that means you must love everyone. All right, contestant number 3, I have a question for you. I would love to have a great big wedding someday. If you could add any element to our wedding to make it the best, what element would you add?
Flies, probably. A nice assortment of flies would be really good. And I just want to say I love that you don't like to kill animals. That makes me feel pretty good.
Good. Well, I'm insects. I don't even swat flies. That's how dedicated I am. So yeah, we can have lots of flies at the wedding. That sounds good to me. So wonderful. You're off to a good start. Contestant number 1. Yes. So I love to go out to eat. I love to eat food as long as it's vegan because I don't kill animals. So what is your favorite dish to eat?
Anything that's popping fresh. That's the one thing I really do enjoy the most, though, is if I run out of my medication, just put me in the dish and spin me. It feels the same way.
Okay, contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, back to you. So, family is very important to me. I have a very close relationship with my parents, and they are really a big part of my life. How big of a family would you want to have if we got married, and what would you name the kids?
A family. Right. Well, I do have a son, but he's something of a disappointment to me. But I do have a plan for world domination. It involves taking people and creating an army, but plans red through green have failed, so now we'll try a new plan. We'll try taking people and covering their entire bodies in paint, or maybe just the tops of their heads, I don't know, and we'll call them the Blue Man Group. Yes.
Hey, you know, world domination sounds good as long as we make sure people don't kill animals. Contestant number 3, another question for you. So if we were to get married and go on a honeymoon, where would you like to go for our honeymoon?
Well, I'm a fan of tropical settings.
Oh.
Though I'm particular, you know, I can blend in just about anywhere. But there's just, you know, there's certain things I like to avoid, you know. But I can blend in.
Oh,
Tropical places are great.
nice. Well, that sounds good. I love tropical places. Lots of animals. All right, contestant number 1. I think I got a last question for you. You know, I love to binge watch TV. You know, Netflix and chill. You know, all that stuff. What kind of TV, or do you have a favorite TV show, or maybe a favorite genre of TV, or anything like that?
I love cooking shows, all of them, and I like to Netflix and chill too. I can imagine you pressing your finger so delicately into my midriff. But I will have to tell you, I feel like I maybe have taken one too many pills. I feel like I've been spinning on a lazy Susan all day.
Okay, so contestant number 2, back to you. I got one last question for you. So, you know, I also, outside of TV shows, I also love to read because, you know, you can't melt your brain on TV all the time. You got to be able to read stuff. Do you have a favorite book or a favorite type of book?
Books. Right. Well, I've found quite a number of books recently that I found the dust jackets for have been great for making materials for turning. Hold on. Say, get closer to your camera. Really. Oh yes. Right. Okay. What I can do is I can help you look much younger, like a young Frau maybe. Now, I can take this dust jacket off this book here and rub it all over your head so that it changes the color a little bit. It could look very nice, and we can use that to bribe the United Nations. So yes, I do like books.
Okay, I don't know what was funny about that. Contestant number 3, I have one last question for you. So, you know, I would love to be proposed to in a very romantic way. So to you, what would be the most romantic way to propose to someone?
Well, the first thing that I would do is make sure that the color of royalty is nowhere around, because that just kills the mood for me. But other than that, I think I would take you up to like a nice branch and a tree somewhere, and just with my eyeballs moving all around, tell you that I want to spend the rest of my life catching flies with you and only you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, Veronica, looks like we are just about out of time. We have to get caught up on about 3 commercial breaks. So before we do, why don't you choose your loser?
Well, I don't think I want contestant number 2. I think he may just be a little too ambitious for me. And so I don't want Dr. Evil, who for some reason is dedicated to changing people's colors.
Yes, and specifically, the thing he doesn't have.
Hair? Like
Yes! Yes!
I don't think...
exactly.
Does Dr. Evil know that the Blue Man Group have no hair?
He does now!
I don't want Dr. Evil. I also don't want contestant number 3, which is a chameleon, who doesn't like purple.
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, and then I just really was intrigued by contestant 1. Some sort of, is he the Pillsbury Doughboy who's on LSD or something like that?
Medication to make me feel dizzy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Medication to cause insomnia. You know that.
Oh, but by the way, Pillsbury Doughboy's real name is Pop in Fresh. That's his name. Pop in Fresh.
That you completely
Little
lost
trivia.
on that one.
Pop
I
in
was
Fresh.
so lost on that
Popping
one.
them fresh pills.
Yeah, well, that I don't. Do they still make commercials with the Pillsbury Doughboy in it? I don't even know if they do. I'm old. All right, well
they lost the copyright for him.
Yeah, he died. He got eaten.
He's,
Like Mr.
he's baby
Peanut.
Doughboy now.
Yeah, he's got he's got little what are those donut hole babies? I don't know.
God.
That was weird. So that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna leave you with that image of Poppin' Fresh's donut hole babies. So I'd like to thank Ty and Patrick and Katie for playing along. If you guys have any last minute show title ideas, type those into the chat now. I'm going to turn it over to Chad real quick so that we can go over the titles that we have so far. We can decide on what this episode will be called. So Chad, what's our list of titles that we have so far?
Before we do that real quick, I would like to thank Thornton Text, Patrick Lim5, Katie Joe, Rob Beham, and Janet Fidges, and Eagle Panini for your financial support tonight. Thank you all so much for your bit cheering and everything. It really does help us out and keeps us funny and loud and live and all that sort of thing. Thornton Text, also, thank you so much for the follow. You will now get alerts every time we go live, which is a useful
And we're going
thing
to follow
have.
you wherever we see you.
Every step you take. Okay, let's see what we have here. We just had one last minute one come in. Let me add that to the list. All right, guys.
Yeah.
So, to start out with, we have Chipmunk Wall. Have fun sleeping with that in your head. Throatal Trauma.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
The Holy Hula Hoop.
Mm.
Hula hoop. Forgot about that one.
Gently Press Your Fingers into My Midriff. Yes, I've written a novel like that. And finally, one that wasn't very popular, it was only suggested several times, Millepeter, and also Patrick's Millepeter. So,
I think Millepeter. I don't think we have to call anyone out on Millepeter.
Yeah,
Maybe we can just-
Millepeter.
we can do a General Millepeter.
How are we gonna spell it?
it's a collective Millepeter. I think Millepeter. Yeah.
One L, wouldn't it? It's not million.
Yeah, one L. Yeah,
Yeah. Know your Latin roots.
your prefixes.
Well, someone suggested Millepeter like Mila Jovovich, so I don't know.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
I still don't know what I was trying to say. Like, I think Millipede and
was-
Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Well, because I said caterpillar and millipillar or pillar. Millipillar. I said millipillar. Yeah, and something like that.
I
which-
just put a twist on it. It's fine.
caterpillar, millipillar.
Millipillar with a twist.
Millepeter. That's good stuff. So if you like any of those titles, type it in again in the chat, and that will be kind of like an upvote. So if you want to vote for one of those particular ones, if we've had Millepeter in multiple times, and that may be, but if you want to choose something else that you heard, feel free to type that in again. I do want to let everyone know. Go to if you're in the Birmingham area, go to our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com, and you can see what's happening at the McWayne Science Center this weekend. I have no idea if there's tickets available for that. It's like a Harry Potter thing that they're doing at the McWayne Center. We're going to be doing, a couple of our actors will be going there to do some Harry Potter improv.
I don't know if there's information about that on the website.
Okay, well, you can still go to McWayne Science Center and find out. The website, whatever. We'll be there. Just go figure that. Also, Saturday we'll be having another improv show, same time, Twitch online, 7:30, and we will keep you posted whenever we figure out when it'll be safe for us to go and do a live show in front of a live audience as improv, as opposed to just other stuff. Anyway, Chad, do we have? I don't know. I almost fell asleep in mid sentence. I was like, Any title that we're gonna, I'm pretty assuming. I'm pretty sure Millepeter. Is that what we're going?
Oh yeah, Millepeter is absolutely being blown up in the chat. So
good
that's
job, Katie. Good job,
Yeah.
Katie, for the Millepeter. Do you know what? That's how the best titles come out anyway. Is when something you didn't mean to say.
Well, thank you to RM Little and Ron B. Ham for the suggestion on that. We appreciate y'all are both our best friends tonight. Ain't that cool?
Yes.
Right.
Do we have a raid planned at all tonight, Chad?
Yes, an old friend of ours, Kiwi28, who's a fellow Jackbox Party Pack streamer. Yeah, we want to drop by and at least say howdy to her and everything, and maybe play along. She does play with the chat, so yeah, if you'd like to hop on and play a couple rounds of Jackbox, she's your person.
Cool. All right. While you're queuing that up, I just want to thank everyone again for watching. Thank you for all of your suggestions. Make sure you tell your friends about us. Every Thursday and Saturday while I swat that bug. 7:30 on Twitch. We do improv. Please stick around so we can support our fellow Twitch streamers. I want to thank our cast again and you guys. So with that, so thank you and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye, guys.